Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, and maybe a little bit of the meat grinder? Anyways, the team emerged in a universe where they were in a dark alley, and after some minor investigation figured out they were in a version of San Ricardo that appeared almost abandoned, just blacked out, and they discovered an army of orcs and goblins, and that wasn't great, and their truck was trapped at the back of an alley, and so they had to abandon it and run, where they ran into a version of, well, both Hollowell and Kell at the same time, sharing a body. And Holokel, that's Hollowell and Kell. Holokel rescued our characters, initially mistaking them and the spare Babbitt, who they dragged along from the previous universe, as people from their universe, but that apparently got cleared up pretty quickly. As Holokel took them back to the current staging area for his version of Stormwood and Associates, where a Pat Carpathia is there, along with some version of Bill, who we're probably about to meet. But it turns out a whole invading army from another universe, led by an ambassador, this one in silver armor, is effectively at the final showdown between Stormwood Associates and Hollowell. Just an invading army showed up. And so everyone is kind of that's where we are. And so apparently though we're gonna meet Bill now. So at the headquarters of Storm Associates, which is a big warehouse that's been kind of converted as like their secret lair, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. Pat walks off, comes back, dragging a young woman in a long, crumpled brown trench coat and a white button-up shirt and tie. Her hair is in a messy bun, and she just looks like an absolute disaster. This is my sister, Bill. Frickin'. My name is Wilhelmina Carpathia. Nice to meet you. This is weird, and it's making me nervous. I'm not okay with this. We don't know who these people are. There are apparently doppelgangers for people we do know. And
I don't know what's going on at all.
And great. Thank you for you're okay. I'm okay. So apparently you're staying here for the night. I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
I mean, we need somewhere to stay for like a week, but the night would be good. Yeah.
A week. Great. I'm not prepared for this. I'm not comfortable with this at all.
We can render any assistance we are able to.
Fine. I will go start putting together beds. Pat's just staring at Bill, but just fine, and walks off. It's gonna get awkward. You're always awkward. All right. So obviously, the Stormwood and Associates team is not up to full par. We do have a Stormwood, I guess, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, I am. I'm
all right.
Stormwood,
So
yes.
I'm gonna. And as you say that, Liz, a voice behind you goes, "Liz?"
Oh no. I turn around.
There is a dwarf standing there with a nice beard, wearing a button-up shirt, well-fitted slacks. Hair is neat and trimmed. And he just runs up to you and, throws his arms around you.
Brent! Hi!
Oh, my God. I thought
I'm
you
from
didn't
another
make it out of
universe.
Chicago. Oh, my God. I've been hoping.
I'm from another universe.
I'm sorry. So anyways, hi. And he just goes to the he starts looking at D and Obi and says, "Hi, my name is Brent Slatebeard Stormwood. I don't know who you are, but thank you for bringing my Liz back to me. I just didn't. Oh my
Hi,
God.
my name's Obi. She's not your Liz.
What?
She's not your Liz. She's our Liz. We're from a different universe.
Amy just rolls her eyes and starts walking off.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, in our universe, Liz and Brett never got married.
What?
I mean, not that it wasn't necessarily going to happen. We just started universe hopping before
It's
it
not
could
gonna happen.
Well, I don't understand what's happening. Liz,
that makes
tell me
two
what-
of us.
We're from another universe. Like how the evil army is from another universe. We're from another universe, but not their universe.
He just looks like he kind of steps back and just kind of looks crestfallen.
I know it hurts, but we didn't want to get your hopes up.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about your Liz.
I just haven't heard from her in so long.
I mean,
We got
yeah.
separated when we fled Chicago. I tried to go back for her, but
That's very sweet of you.
I couldn't find her. I was hoping.
Well, I don't actually have anything particularly helpful to say.
Yeah. Well, go on. It's okay.
Feeling awfully sober right now. Okay, this will be okay. Phew.
Pat's just kind of standing there, feeling very awkward. So yeah, that's everyone who's here right now. Amy went on a run to Seattle a few weeks ago, and we haven't heard back from her. Which could be nothing, but she was supposed to be back a few days ago, and so we're a little worried. And then Raz is being Raz.
The cool hero.
I don't know what that means,
Raz?
but okay.
Well, she decided to occasionally she goes on missions, and he does giant air quotes. None of us know what she does on these missions, giant air quotes. But then she wanders back 3 to 4 days later from her mission, in giant air quotes. And
Feeling a lot of tension in the way you say mission.
Look, we're all pretending not to know what she's doing. We all know what she's doing.
Which is what?
Drugs?
Look, there's this girl.
Oh.
Who apparently will go sign up and work for whoever she thinks is going to win a war. Occasionally,
So,
it nets some intelligence, but normally it just means she disappears for, 3 to 5 days at a time.
Right.
I see.
Yeah. We used to have more people, but some of us who actually go out and do things don't always come back.
what kind of things do you do?
Well, I mean, we're attempting to stop an army.
Okay.
It's here. You can come. He just walks in like he kind of. There is a kind of a giant wall of screens, like that are haphazardly like constructed on like a scaffolding, with like a computer at the bottom, and he just goes, so, and like they're all displaying like different like maps of the city. Some of them are kind of like just like showing night footage camera feeds, which might be live at different spots in town. And you can see there are effectively surveillance of some large orc encampments and like different things. And yeah, it's at the so right now everyone who's here, the gateway or whatever they're using to get here, stopped. They don't keep it open all the time, and I don't know how they built it, or it's when the Stone Trancura disappeared with Babbitt. This whole kind of stayed open behind it, and something that they used on their side, they used to hijack whatever came through. I'm trying to, similar to, he kind of looks at Amy. It's like it's similar to Rumin's theories on transplanar energies, where we think that they took the exit point of whatever happened with Babbitt and hijacked that to on their end with some sort of spell to open up some sort of gate back and forth to their world. She sort of nods. Here, actually, Liz, roll me a d10.
8.
You can tell that Amy is only pretending to understand what the hell this guy just said.
Okay.
Like it's and no. So right now their leader, and so most of these guys, they're more powerful magic users, have silver eyes, and we think they're directly connected to this person. And he pulls up an image of this like figure in giant silver armor.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Ultron, right?
No, he calls it. They call themselves the Ambassador. I guess I technically have never figured out what their gender is, but they call themselves the Ambassador, and they wield a lot of magical power. It's, I don't know if you noticed, but it's dark out right now.
Right.
It's 3 p.m.
Oh.
Oh, God.
He's cast some sort of spell that darkened the sky around the areas they've conquered.
Okay.
the magical structures. Like if you feel out the threads that he's casting, I've never seen any sort of pattern like it. I don't know if it's ward based and rune based. I don't know if it's arcane. I just know that he did something. Did all of that. Although weirdly, there's like, if you look up, you're going to always see a moon. And I don't know why, because if you look closely, that's not our moon.
It's a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
No,
Da, da, da.
no. And also, a Star Destroyer looks like a giant triangle.
Yeah, it'd be
Kinda
a
meant
Death Star.
Space station.
I mean-
yeah.
It'd be a Death
that's-
Star.
Trying to make it, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll teach you more. I'll keep
Thank
teaching
you.
you about Star Wars.
This is hardly the time.
It could be. Getting our morale down is not going to help in a situation like this.
Yeah,
Mm.
we have to fight giant silver Sailor Moon.
Oh my, wait a minute. Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, didn't he say in the moon I will punish you?
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know.
Heckin' nerd.
I don't know if it
Probably,
was
yeah.
exactly that line. It was
It's
something. It was
The
like
giant
an
silver
off-brand version.
weeb.
Look, my sister and I used to really enjoy that show together.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway. So
moon
we don't you don't know anything like at all what's actually causing it?
I mean, we know that it was cast by like it. So we've seen the darkness expand, and when it does, the ambassador did it.
Okay.
So, it's we saw the spell get cast. I just, I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the spell. I don't know if destroying the ambassador would fix it. I don't know if any of that, would do it. But I know that he's that the ambassador thing is the one that started it.
Do you have any reason to think that destroying the ambassador would hurt anything?
It would definitely hurt the ambassador. And the ambassador blew up Jake.
Okay.
Regular orcs got the other Jake. But,
Do you know where someone might go to find the ambassador?
Yeah. Like, just like walks over to the keyboard, hits a button, and on one of the screens there is a shot from like the middle of like, it looks like a hotel lobby almost. And you can see a giant figure that's like 12 feet tall walking through a hotel lobby. Yeah, no, we've got cameras all over the city. Kel and Hollowell set them up. They're using a mesh network and are independent batteries, so they're working without the internet down, and they're connecting to each other.
Impressive.
Yeah, well, it's because I know what I'm doing. Kel walks out. I am, good at this stuff. I don't know if you're aware.
I'm aware. Oh my God.
Just take the compliment and be nice. Jeez.
I am being nice. This is me being nice. What are you talking about? This is
Being
him-
nice is not very nice.
This is him being nice.
Oh, right. He was the NFT.
The what now?
Oh, in our universe, you're like in a computer program, so I started calling you an NFT.
Yeah, in our universe, we separated you from Hollowell, and then Raz 100% killed Hollowell.
And
So
you're not
you exist
fungible.
as An intelligent program, essentially, with a holographic body.
That cannot be funged.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if that would be better or worse, because on the one hand, it doesn't mean constantly hearing this guy in the back of my head. On the other hand, that sounds really like no physical body at all. No
Nada.
person-to-person contact.
Correct.
No eating.
No eating.
I mean, it would be better than being dead. So, like, on the list of things...
You seem, fairly happy.
Hey, it could be worse. In one universe we visited, you were dating Bill.
Bill's a girl. I would never, I'm not really into ladies. It's not really my thing.
Yeah, we
Bill
were
was-
confused because every other Bill we've met has been a guy.
Yeah. In one universe, you two were dating.
Was he cute?
Eh.
See, I don't know. It's Bill's asexual. I don't think it would ever work out.
Well, I mean, you were, a disembodied hologram.
Was he still a
I'm-
hologram in that universe, though?
Yes.
I only talked to him on the phone.
Yes. He said he was a hologram.
Yeah, he did
Oh.
say.
I forgot.
That's why it works. Anyway,
What was I like in this universe that you guys are from?
I mean, I never met you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
Tactful
you
as
are dead.
ever.
Okay. Am I always dead?
No.
okay.
The other Bill, the other one was fine.
I mean, as you jump universes, you start to notice that, there's so many yous that are living and dead. It's hard to really, if you start caring about all of them, you get nihilistic really fast. I guess if you don't care, you're more nihilistic. Oh, God.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that this didn't happen because I lived.
No.
No, and actually, we did have in our universe, we had a similar kind of start of some sort of an attack from these guys. But the according to the reports, the government reports, and the Stormward Field notes, the thing that came through was gold and not silver. And there was a whole zombie situation involving it too. Oh, good. There have been no zombies. That would be fucked up.
Has there been someone named Gabo?
No.
Okay.
This is a better universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but
That guy sucks.
they managed to stop that. They did, from everything I've read, when they killed, all the magic was being funneled through the gold ambassador in our world. So do you think that maybe killing the silver one might stop a lot of the, this stuff?
That would
I mean, that would make
make
sense.
sense. Stands to reason, yes.
What did the report say on how they killed the gold guy?
I think they used the Stone of Trancura.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, Gen knows.
I know.
Obi doesn't.
They,
Gen knows exactly what happened.
at the end of the first Meat Grinder. And folks, if you haven't listened to the Meat Grinder, the first season of the Meat Grinder yet, please go listen to the first season of the Meat Grinder. It is fan-freaking-tastic.
It is actually, I think they use the Stone of Trancura that we have.
Oh.
You have a Stone of Trancura?
I mean, everybody doesn't everybody?
Well, we don't
That was a
anymore. It disappeared when Babbitt disappeared.
I have a question though. Would we have taken the other one, like the Babbitt's stone?
Did we have the Babbitt Stone?
I mean, they had the Babbitt stone. They had their own, and they had Fargo's, and they had ours.
Well, I don't know. The whole point was to strand them in other universes. Would they have brought it with? If the idea was to strand Babbitt in whatever universe they went to?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they probably left it at the Trotzies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have a Stone of Trancura. It is damaged. But yeah, we've got one.
Okay.
It's not on us though. We gotta go get it.
I do understand the stone very well. If you're saying that...
Bet you do.
Yes. I wielded it for quite some time, and it was within the Greyhaven Society's armory for several years. I spent years studying the Stone of Trancura. I just want to point out, though, that I was right. I was right. I was right the whole time.
How were you right?
Oh, I don't know. I was the leader of the Greyhaven Society. We were attempting to build an army strong enough to compare when an invading army from another universe came in to destroy us.
And I'm sure you could have done that without being evil and racist.
I could have done it and had this army raised if some idiot named Stormwood hadn't shot me in the face in the frickin' Old West. If I had been allowed to build my power and allowed to construct the defenses of this world, we would have been ready for a full century before they came marching through.
Because you were evil and racist.
They were different times.
That's not a great comeback.
No, that's not an excuse.
I am not saying that everything I did was right in the past.
Can I just say, both of you are not nice. And you're getting scolded by a 10-year-old. Think about this, okay? Just be nice. It's not hard.
Should we make t-shirts that say Hollowell was right? I just want to
know.
No.
No, I'd prefer to have a t-shirt that says screw Gabo.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's no one should be sleeping with Gabo. If we had been ready, this would have never happened.
But perhaps you could have.
If ands or buts, we're candies and nuts. Get over it. The past is the past. You can't change it. All you can do is try to figure out the here and now and the future. Okay?
The worst part about all of this is that there were people who were ready for this to arrive.
Still doesn't matter.
It
still doesn't matter now.
Okay,
what's done is done.
Okay, yes, but you are telling me you are traveling and that your world is not currently under control of these people?
No, because you're dead.
I did not bring them here.
Bring them here.
I mean, Our world isn't under
I'm
control of any
Halliwell.
weird monsters.
Right. And according to y'all, I am dead in your world, which means there isn't a version of me to warn you about this there. Therefore, if you get home, little child, you may find this information useful before something befalls your own people.
Obi sticks his tongue out at him.
Why am I speaking to the child? All right. He walks over to Liz.
You
Look,
chose this.
I do not know.
You're bad at being an adult.
Okay. So, rational adult human being, what I am saying is that Stormwood spent an awful lot of time focusing on me and my activities. And whether you agree with me or my tactics or not is not the discussion, because clearly it is a solved situation in your universe, correct? Or at least as concerned as my part of the participation. I do not know if my beloved Greyhaven Society still exists. The Greyhaven Society was set to defend the Greyhavens, which is where we are from, which is where we live, right? You are from the Greyhavens. We are in the Greyhavens. The Greyhavens is many worlds at this point. It began as one, but became many. Because these guys are invading everywhere. The idea of the Greyhaven Society was to protect our world against future attack. But the Brotherhood of the Night still exists. People who were loyal to the Dark Wizard, who were going to try to set in place the advancement of the invasion. The fact is that the Carpathia's actual father is a member of that organization. There's a lot of things you could learn that really aren't important unless you really give a crap about who the real father of Bill and Pat Carpathia is, which I'm assuming you do not care about that particular distinction of infidelity of their mother. Anyways.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, it also kind of made a lot of sense. Our parents had zero chemistry. Yeah, no one really believed that those two were sleeping together. Anyways, the Brotherhood the Brotherhood of the Night is an organization that may very well exist in your world if you are telling me that you have a Bill Carpathia. Because one of the people involved in that organization sired Bill Carpathia. And they are a lovely organization full of they are almost exclusively elven. And they are dedicated to serving the Dark Wizard who sends these invading armies. Because they didn't overthrow the city in a month. They overthrew the city in a day. There were people in place in this city who aided them.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. I don't love that.
So I am attempting to help you in the sense that if you do make it home, you may have time to stop those who would invite your world's destruction.
Okay.
I was
Legit.
attempting to root them out here. And y'all give me shit for things I did in the 1800s. Like, I admit that there are things that I did in the reflections of history that do not paint me as always the most pleasant person.
Did you have slaves in this universe?
As I said, I did things which were not necessarily good or correct.
That means yes.
Yeah, I know, bud. I know. Just not saying you're not exactly coming from a place of moral high ground as far as a lot of us are concerned.
Well, guess what? Do you think that every person who ever owned slaves should be erased from all of history?
I mean, I don't think they should be honored.
Well, I don't necessarily think that they should be honored as my current point of view, and I am not necessarily... Look, George Washington was a slave owner. And he helped build this nation.
Okay.
Kinda missing the forest through the trees there, bud.
I could have saved this nation from a destruction like this. Do you know
You
how
were the
many people have
worst.
died? How many I could have saved? Okay, look, I'm just going to jump in here and shut this guy up for a minute.
Thank you
he's
so
not
much.
Gonna stop. He's not going to stop. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. I am sorry.
Would it be at all possible to just get rid of him?
Well, it turns out that is I am really just kind of technically partially in the gemstone that I'm currently wearing around the neck, and if someone tried to do something, I'd be the one kicked out. So
Right, okay.
it is his body. And to be fair, as much as he's a douchebag, you should see him blow up some orcs. It's like, you know how like in G.I. Joe there's that episode where G.I. Joe and Cobra
No.
have to team up against the drug dealers?
No.
These guys are the
Yes.
What's G.I. Joe?
Oh, it was a cartoon from like the 1980s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. There's good guys and bad guys. They made some shitty movies. One of them's got The Rock in it.
Okay.
Don't watch them. I mean, you can watch Channing Tatum get killed. That's kind of funny.
The Rock one's actually, I really like that movie.
It was like
okay.
one of 3 movies in which terrorists took over the White House in that year. Second best one.
Okay.
Bad guys are all snake themed. They have like tanks called Hiss.
Oh.
It's very good. It was very, very, very 80s.
Very unimportant.
It is one of 2 films in which terrorists... Also, like, I want to point out 3 movies that year came out with terrorists taking over the White House, and 2 of them had Channing Tatum in it. If you're in a universe where Channing Tatum exists, the White House is going down statistically. I don't know if it happened in Magic Mike, but I'm betting it did off screen.
Well, one way or another,
Yes, thank
weird as all this is, and as fun as it is to reminisce on movies that no one should care about, even if I'm one
Now,
of those.
I will say, Magic Mike is an excellent picture.
Okay,
my
so
God. Okay,
we need to
so-
go get our
ruined Magic
stone
Mike
to
for me.
defeat Magic Moon Knight, right? Sailor Moon Knight, what? I'm tired.
I kinda like Sailor Moon Knight. That's a good name. Ah, jeez.
I don't know. you
Kids
guys
getting
want-
tuckered out.
I think maybe you should rest for a while. They tend to be less active overnight anyways.
Maybe then we can go get our stone and try to figure stuff out.
Why would night have any meaning for them? What?
I mean, I don't know why.
Okay.
They seem to go with a day-night cycle for their troops.
Obi like goes up to Liz and like just like puts a hand on her and just like,
Liz, don't think. Look at the trouble it's gotten us in already.
I point at like Holocal.
Holocal, which is not to be confused with Holocal.
It very much confused me the first time you said it.
It's spelled differently. Which is very helpful in an audio medium.
Good job.
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters, and you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.